In this video, I'm going to show you how my client in just 4 months with only a pull-up bar, resistance band, and some ankle weights, 2-3 kilograms, made more progress than most people that go to the gym for a whole year. I'm a certified coach, a streetlifting athlete, and getting people to start calisthenics, learn to do their first pull-ups, weighted pull-ups, I'd say is one of my strengths. And you can clearly see here that he made quite some progress. It was starting basically from zero to a physique that most men would love to have. And I'm going to show you how. And hopefully I can inspire you to do the same and also convince you to join my coaching. So stage 1 was to get him to do his first 10 clean pull-ups and build that pushing and resistance strength. So what we did, the exercise that we did in this stage was banded pull-ups to get him to learn to do the pull-ups, to feel how it is to do the pull-ups, learn the positioning, to use the scapula, the back for the pull-ups. He already did 3 pull-ups, 35 pull-ups because he was a very light guy, so he could do it with the bad form. And the second exercise was lock-it chin-ups. This exercise, I love it. I do it in my programming, in my routine right now. And this exercise is good because it helps you build that top end strength here, which is the hardest part for most people, and also help you recruit your back, use your scapula, engage your back really well, and use those muscles. Because pull-up is a movement, is an exercise that requires quite some skill to do it properly. And the third exercise was rows. He had these pull-up bars that are in the door, and he took it and he put it down like in the middle of the door to do rows. This was game changing because the rows is basically an enhancer for the pull-ups. It would train your back that in a way that would help you with the pull-ups. And for push, we started off with these 3 exercises, but we did a lot of variations on the push-up later on. You could do around 15 clean push-ups on the floor, so we added something harder like the decline push-ups, which basically changing the leverage, making the exercise even harder. And we use this incline push-up, which is an easier variation, but I loved it a lot, and you also like it a lot. We would do this in the end of the workout like a burnout set, like 2 sets of as much as reps as possible, like 30, 40, 50 reps. And we would try to progress every single week, do 1 more rep on this one. And he made a lot of progress, and he would feel like this burn sensation on the chest, on the shoulder, on the tricep. And this was amazing. I love this stage more than every single stage because you could literally see him going from 3 pull-ups, bad form, to 10 clean pull-ups. This is like the part that I love the most about my coaching, seeing people doing their first 10 reps on the pull-up, getting their first chest, getting divisions or something like that. So the first stage was a 3-day split. Day 1, we would do RP 8 to 9, day 2, RP 6 to 7, day 3, RP 7 to 8. And why not maxing out every single session? I don't like this method of maxing out every single session because I like recovery. I think recovery is crucial. I don't believe that we should be maxing out every single session. Doing the movement as much as possible throughout the week, but not with as much intensity. For example, RP day 1, 3 sets of 8 reps. Day 2, 5 sets of 3-4 reps. We want to do the movement a lot, but we don't want the intensity, that much intensity. We want to practice the movement a lot. This is how you get those first 10 pull-ups really fast. And I've helped dozens of people going from 0 to their first weighted pull-up. And on the day 3 was a kind of in the middle, okay? And we would do this whole the weeks till the end of stage 1. And he made good progress, and he got his first 10 pull-ups. He could see already good development, muscle development. And this took 1.5 months to almost 2 months. Now 1 month and a half, you could do 10 pull-ups or less. I don't remember now. And then stage 2, volume, frequency, and harder variations. Here we would do big volumes, a lot of sets, a lot of reps, and do the movement a lot of times a week. This is important for making progress, especially when you don't have a lot of equipment. Harder variations was a key factor here. It gets to a point where you need to make the exercises harder. If you don't have extra weight, you need to make exercises harder. And you do this by doing isometrics, slow eccentrics, explosive reps, changing leverages. Isometrics, we did not only this at the top position, but also the middle position. Hold here like 5 seconds or more, or as much as possible. On the push-ups also, holding here 9 degrees, squeezing your chest, your front delts, your triceps, to intensify the workouts. Because just doing straight reps, 10, 15 straight reps, gets to a point where it gets super easy. And these little things makes a big difference. Explosive reps on the push-ups, like Latin push-ups, changing leverages. For example, here with pike push-ups is another exercise that we did. When doing on the floor was easier, we added like box. You use it like the chair or the bed to do it. And here's a screenshot of what he was doing. This is probably the last phase. I don't recall, but here you can see like it's a very intense workout. This is just part of it. There's like core exercises down below, but I just took the pull part. Well, here it would do chin-ups, 5-second pause at the top, 4 sets of 10. This is hard. This is a pretty hard set. Then pull-ups, 4 sets of 15, and then rows, 4 sets of 20. If you count it, it's like a lot of reps that you do here, hundreds of reps. And he was a guy with very motivated. He really wanted it. And just to see that if you really want it, you have the motivation, you have the discipline, you can do it. He was a skinny guy. He didn't have any experience before. He just did some martial arts and that was it. And then we moved to stage 3. After dialing in with the variations, seeing the variations that works best for him, we went for stage 3. Which was finding the best routine for him, important when you get more advanced, and doing more reps as progression. Here was to find the right frequency for pull-ups, for push-ups, for squats, for core, challenging variations and exercises, like I said, isometrics, changing the leverages. We were trying to find the ones that were challenging enough to make him progressing reps. Got to a point where when we were doing 4 or 5 sets, we decided to do just more reps, so progress more and more reps instead of just sets. I think this worked best. And finding the best split. This was the hardest part, and this makes the whole difference. And this was like the last month of the coaching. And yeah, that's basically it. So the message here is be smart with your split. Use variations to make your workouts challenging if you don't have enough equipment, like isometrics, slow eccentrics. This will be very helpful. And progress with sets and reps. We'll see what works best for you. And if you don't know how to do these things, we can go in the first link in the description, book a free call, and let's see if we can work together. I can help you out with this. And the thing is, if you don't see results in the first 30 days, you get all your money back. And you don't just have a training split, and you don't just have a training split here. And you don't have just a training split here. I take care also and you don't just have a training split in my coaching. We do the weekly or we do the bi-weekly call. And you don't have just a training split here. I also take care of the part of your health, your nutrition, to make sure that you progress faster than ever before, because I've made multiple videos on my channel about this, how important it is, your nutrition, your lifestyle, your sleep, to make you progress faster. And his case was one of the cases. The nutrition, the sleep was all dialed in. That's why he also progressed fast. You have video demonstrations of every single exercise. I do presentations like this for you and for you only to make sure that you're doing the exercises correctly. You'll send me videos, I'll give you feedback. We hop on calls. We do everything that is needed for you to progress the fastest ever, to make you happy with the work. And I don't get a refund. So go in the first link in the description if this is something that interests you. Let's see if we can work together. See y'all in the next video.